like, oh, what was that? Oh, this is so sad. Why is it-
That's for you, John. Oh, I don't think so. Yeah. It is a huge pleasure and a great privilege to welcome Sri Amitabh Bachchan to our university during his visit to Melbourne for the opening of the Indian Film Festival. So, Mr. Bachchan, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Roshan Kumar, a doctoral student whose thesis addresses social media aiding healthcare communication in India, and to invite you to present with him with the inaugural Sri Amitabh Bachchan Scholarship.
Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for having me here today and giving me the opportunity to visit this wonderful university and to have a scholarship named after me for this very deserving Roshan Kumar, who wishes to do his thesis on the social networking. I must admit that perhaps this is the first occasion when any scholarship has been named after me, and therefore there is a sense of great pride this morning. I want to thank Trobe for considering my name for this scholarship, and really want to congratulate all those that were involved in forming this scholarship, and thank them for thinking about me, thinking about India, and thinking about social media, which has become a very important aspect in our lives. It certainly has in mine. I was introduced to the social network medium many years ago when someone came across and said, I think you should have a website in your name. And I wondered what that was. And he said, you know, you fill in your details, we give information about who you are, what you do. So I said, can you show me an example? And he said, well, you know, there are about 150 websites already in your name that are up on the sites, and we need to have the originals. So would you just give your consent on this? I asked him how long it would take. He said it would take about 6 or 7 months to design one. And I felt that I couldn't wait that long. So I said, isn't there something that I can, you know, do tomorrow or tonight? He said, well, you can write a blog and that can go up immediately. And that's how it all started. I wrote a blog, I wrote a couple of lines, and the next morning I had one response. And I said, gosh, this is very interesting. So I responded to that response, and then I got another 5 the next day. And that just grew, and today there are about 3 million followers on the blog and about 400 to 500 responses each day. Subsequently, I started coming on Twitter and then on Facebook. And collectively now the number has gone up to approximately 22 million. I have to say that this has been one of the most rewarding experiences for me, to be on the social media. I know that the social media has had its own criticisms in various parts of the world, but I felt that it gave me an opportunity to interact with people that followed me, my profession, that criticized me, that assessed what I was doing, that gave in suggestions as to how I should conduct my career, conduct myself in life. And I found that there were some very, very intelligent people on the other end of the social media that wrote beautifully, that gave fantastic assessments, that criticized our films and analyzed them and gave their impressions about life and how it should be led. And my interaction with them was not purely as a fan, but one of wanting to learn what they had to give me rather than what I had to give them. And I'm very delighted today that the scholarship has been named for Roshan Kumar, who is going to make further studies on the social media. I do believe that the social media is a thing of the future. It is extremely large now. And many people have commented on its benefits or non-benefits in many other parts of the world. But I do feel that it is so immediate that it brings in a lot of excitement. I go to the social media every evening, every night after the day is over. And there are now some constants that I interact with. And there are about 150 to 200 of them. I call them my extended family. And I've given them a title called EF. And now I have EF all over the world. And it's so wonderful that whenever I travel, the EF watches, notices where I go. They make an effort to come and meet me. I met some of them last night here in Australia, in Melbourne. And it's fascinating how wonderful this family has generated into a great group of people who care for each other, who do a lot of charity in the name of the blog. There was a moment when an EF from South Africa visited me in Mumbai, and she and her sister were on her way back to Durban, and they were going via Dubai. And at Dubai airport, her sister felt desperately ill, and she had no help. She didn't know what to do. And then suddenly remembered that there was an EF member in Dubai, which used to be on this social media. And she called him. And he left everything, came to the airport, picked this girl up and her sister, took her to a hospital, got her treated, spent a couple of days doing that, put her back on the flight. And this was purely because of the medium of social media that she was able to access this wonderful friend of hers. There are many such examples that come to my mind. And I hope that Roshan, when he does a lot of doctoral work on this, will appreciate the fact that you are actually initiating something that is truly very noble in my eyes. I can go on talking about social media for a very long time, but I really want to thank Meetuji for including me in this visit of mine and dedicating this film festival, the Hindi Film Festival or the Indian Film Festival at Melbourne. It has been a great pleasure. The amount of love and affection that Melbourne has given me has truly been amazing. And I hope that I can be here again, not as a guest, but as someone who wants to visit the city and meet people and see many sites that I haven't been able to do so in this one. But thank you so much, Meetaji, for inviting me here. And thank you once again, the faculty and the owners and the people who run this wonderful university and this campus. I'm delighted to learn that there are so many students from India that study here. And we're very proud of the fact that Australia and India enjoy a fantastic bond of friendship, and has been through the years. I only hope that there are many more such occasions when we can fructify these bonds of friendship and make them grow even further. I see that a lot of students, a lot of girls from India also studying here, and that bodes well. Apart from being the ambassador for UNICEF in the eradication of polio from India, I've also been recently appointed an ambassador for the girl child, and I've always had great respect for that. I've always felt that women are 50% of our strength, and they should be treated with equality and given their due in society on an equal level. Gandhiji, the great Mahatma Gandhi, said, when you educate a man, you educate an individual. When you educate a woman, you educate an entire family. And I think that that is what really is very impressive. And I hope that there are many more girl students that will have the opportunity to avail of these wonderful facilities that are available in such campuses. And I hope that their numbers grow. And I hope that they are treated with equal respect and dignity that they always deserve. Once again, thank you so much for having me here. It's been a great pleasure and an absolute honor. Thank you.